Welcome to the tournament. Now, this tournament is actually a really fun little distraction. I don't know if this has greater implications, like the nobility look up to you or like respect you more if you win or whatever, but it's basically just have fun and they just throw you in and don't kill the people that are wearing the same color as you. I don't know what the hell weapon that thing they give me is. I can't really... You know, it's kind of difficult when you don't even know what the weapon you're using is. And if no one noticed, well, I guess you'll notice here in about 2 seconds after I die, very embarrassingly, I might add, well, as you can well guess, dying before, I guess I was gonna say, dying before any of the other bots as a human player is so demeaning. I was trying to skip it. It doesn't work, by the way, as you noticed. Yeah, dying to a bunch of bots before anybody else would have been horrific. Thankfully, I was not the first to die. So, as you'll notice, the difficulty is on hard. I had not noticed this until probably the third or fourth round. Now, I don't know what the difficulty influences, if it influences the amount of gold, if you influences the number of teams and fighters. And I was not about to bet on my dumb ass trying to win. Like, if it was a regular tournament on foot, yeah, I might do it. Like, I played some tournaments in vanilla, and I actually won a few of them. This thing, it's a whole new tournament type. And I was not about to, wager money on myself actually winning. It's one of those things, if you have to know your limits, if you go and bet on yourself and you don't win, well, that's a whole lot of money just going right down the crapper. Please note, however, I do in fact have another weapon that I just had not attempted to get to. Using this lance, jousting lance, in close combat trying to poke somebody is around the same effectiveness as getting a stick, just any old stick, go outside, pick one up, walking up to somebody and poking them with it, except the stick would probably be a lot sharper than the lance. Needless to say, poking someone with the lance from very short thing with no momentum does not work, as you saw. I know, Captain Obvious, you don't have to explain that to us, we can see that. Yeah, well, you try commentating on something and they give me another lance. You try commentating on something where you're doing horrendously and trying not to draw attention to the fact that you're doing horrendous, except for the fact that I just did. Damn it. I just failed. I do like that, I think even if you're not blocking, if something actually hits your shield, it doesn't do damage. Because I was not blocking when I blocked those two javelins, I think those are. So it's actually kind of realistic in that sense. You don't have to actually, as long as it hits the shield and not your flesh, you're fine. And as far as I can understand this new tournament system, I think it's whoever gets like the last hit or killing blow, whatever your terminology is. I've been playing a lot of Dota 2 recently, so I say last hits or CS or whatever. Point is, I think it's based on that whoever like kills gets points. And since I haven't killed anyone, I don't have any points, as you can see on the top right. No, I got nothing. I have nothing to explain that idiocy. Because that was just pretty much what that was, just idiocy. Please note, don't do what I do. Actually switch your weapon. Now, and don't do that, preferably. Don't just run into the same wall 2 to 3 times in one match. Now, I'm more so good at just not dying as opposed to killing. So this new tournament system is, I don't remember if the old tournament system was based on who lived the longest or who killed the most. Which one was it? Apparently I did eventually figure out they have a javelin, which I think is a bit more close range, but in my opinion, the javelin should probably do more damage. I mean, which one would hurt more? A guy hitting you with a blunted lance or jabbing you through the sternum? I think the second one would, personally, but I think it has to do with momentum and physics and my horse not moving. For anybody going, why did you just sit there in melee on a horse? It wasn't my idea, okay? I didn't want to do it, it made me do it. That's my bad excuse and I'm sticking to it. At least I got a kill. And I moved up to I was third in that round, right? I'm not about to bid on myself now. I was like, I guess that does change that. Anyway, I just figured, I've been playing on hard so far. I'm getting used to it. May as well keep playing on hard. At least, now that I know it was on hard, I don't feel quite as bad about doing nearly this bad. Like, if it was on easy and I did this bad, I would feel like a terrible gamer. But just because it's on hard, that part of my head goes, don't worry, man, it's not your fault. Even though it was totally my fault, it doesn't feel like it, oh my word. This is one of those things where, what do? Do you go towards them or back up towards the fight behind you? And I figured, well, they're farther away. As long as I can get a decent shot off and I get hit by a guy on a horse. And we're going to get payback for that crap. Oh, yes. I see, I learned my lessons. I learned, don't go towards a person with what I have here, otherwise it ain't gonna work. Applied life lessons, folks. Except this jackass wouldn't get away from me, and this thing's not exactly a close-range weapon, but by God, I did it. I was actually pretty proud of myself during this round, which is funny considering this round was just... Most people would go, oh God, they gave me horrible weapons. But, yeah. This is one of those things where I was just happy to not die horrifically right off the bat like I did the first round. I didn't know what was going on. I still didn't win the round, but I did a lot better that round. I got 2 kills. Oh, yes. Only number 4 on that round, but still. And this is different because I think if you fail in the tournament in vanilla, what, doesn't the tournament just end for you? Like you're gone, you don't go to the next round? Oh well, not gonna argue with it. And they give me a sword and a crossbow. I don't like crossbows on a horse. They take way too long to reload for my tastes. At least in this, like on a battlefield is one thing. In this enclosed space, that's a whole other thing. And whiffing. I don't like playing wiffle ball, but sometimes you do. I didn't think that would kill the man, but apparently he did not have much health left. It only did 18 damage. This is one of the dumber things you'll see all day. 2 guys on horses just sitting there trying to hit each other with melee weapons. Instead of using the horses to, you know, use mobility. You want to see how long this thing takes to reload? Well, no, I guess I didn't want to even bother with it. It takes a good while, probably upwards of like, what, 5 seconds? Or maybe it just seems like a very long time, but... yeah. This is a... oh, here we go. I forgot. Nope, never did reload that. Genius. Good job on that, by the way. And I think I hit more horses during this whole debacle than I did knights. Which I think in the Middle Ages, or whenever this is supposed to be, you know, based on, I think hitting the horse was extremely dishonorable and could get you kicked out of tournaments doing that. As you saw, I just hit the horse again, and the horse again. Kalos would be kicked out of this tournament after this for, I think they give you 1 warning, and after that they kicked you out of the tournament, so he would have been kicked out of the tournament by now. Then again, my, 16th or 17th century nobility jousting tournament rules are not quite up to snuff, so I may be wrong on that. I'm pretty sure they did not smile on that. They frowned upon that, judging by like an old Nintendo game. I don't remember what it was, like a regular Nintendo game where Chivalry? No, what? Not Chivalry. What the hell was that? It doesn't matter right now. I'll try and get that name later, like on a different episode. Please note, this is one of the dumber things you can do, sitting right in melee, but I was confident we had more health, so there you go. Hey, I was number 1 that round. I'm getting better. Yeah. How's Captain George the Fiercest? I got the most for that round. Oh, it's tournament. That's the whole tournament, right. How many rounds were in this damn thing? Alright, fine. Oh, you give me a stick again. I don't want that. Give me the sword. I guess you might as well use the stick when it's appropriate to. Except when you do this. Oh, no. I guess I was wrong there. Because it didn't really do anything. And this is pretty much the worst situation you could be in as a horse. That, I know, Barra, you do this all the time. You get into melee all the time. You shouldn't do that when you're on a horse. Yep, that's why I prefer the wide open plains for my combat. Stupid horse, get in my way. I prefer wide open plains as opposed to this claustrophobic little arena. But that's just my you know, what do you call that? My preferences, that's the one. Everybody has their own battle style. I don't know. I'm sure some people walk around like chickens with their heads cut off swinging swords in this situation, as opposed to me just riding around like a chicken with its head cut off. There's a difference. There's a distinct difference. I'm gonna say I didn't think I got that point, but alright. I saw somebody on the red team got a point, and I swung near it, so it was within the realm of possibility I got the point, but yeah. Anyway, welcome to the longest chase sequence of your natural lives. I'm going to do everybody a favor and cut it down, because after this, it doesn't really get any more entertaining. It's literally me being out of position. It's a good thing the audio actually got lost, because you'd hear a lot of cursing if this was intact. I think I killed somebody's horse. Yeah, I think I did. I think I killed the guy's horse. By God, Callus is a horse murderer again. And, yeah. But the key here is, the problem I had was you can't turn on a horse whatsoever if it's high speed. The way you counteract that is you actually slow down. I know, slowing down's for, you know, wusses, but it actually helps when you're riding a horse, I found in this. And you won't get into situations where you just can't hit anything. They might block, but you'll actually be able to tangibly hit them. Well, as tangibly as you can hit someone in a video game. But, yeah. Speed up this longest chase sequence. This was before I learned the secrets, and we rode around in a circle. I mean, I don't mind showing the whole thing, but, you know, if I were you, I would just go, God, this takes too long. That's the reason why I never finished watching a Mountain Blade Warband Let's Play. It just takes too darn long. So I figure I want to try and correct on whatever I can to try and shorten down these episode lengths a little bit, because sandbox games are notoriously difficult to make series on. If you've never made a Let's Play, now you know. It's actually rather awful trying to make a Let's Play out of a sandbox game. So before anybody suggests play a sandbox game, I will play sandbox games, but they better have a good story. Like, the one I might even consider to be like Watch Dogs, because it has a really good story, but something like Skyrim, I guess I could, but getting way off topic, I'm sorry for that. But, yeah. I think we're right around the end of this match. Or did I stop the thing too quickly? Yeah, I apparently stopped the fast forwarding a little too early. But I still saved you 30 seconds of me failing horrifically. That's something, right? Actually, it's closer to around 2 minutes, I think. And I die. After all that, you don't even win. No, sir. No, madam, I did not. I did rather terrible that round, actually. We're done. That's the tournament. I didn't get anything. I didn't deserve anything either. I didn't deserve a damn thing for that performance. But at least I got experience, right? That's something. But yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry for the long delay, and as always, I'll try and get this out whenever I can, but this takes a long time to make. So thank you for your patience, everyone. Hopefully I shall see you guys next time. And as always, if you'd like to help support the channel, you may wish to like or even subscribe for easier access to future videos, and hopefully I shall see you next time. Farewell, everyone.